Greetings, my friends. I'm Gilles Mansillon, come to speak about transcendental psychology. For we're really at the shifting time, and there is so much revelation that is coming. When you look at the internet, there is messages and about all kinds of things. People that knew secrets and that are revealing them. But the truth that we're going to discover is that the darkness is a lot darker than what we ever dreamed possible, and that the light of God and the truth of God is a lot more beautiful than anything we could have dreamed of. And the universe is far richer, and our true nature is far richer than anything we could ever dream of. And so there is a great deal of revelation, and there is a coming solar flash that's been announced, 3 days of darkness, that will initiate a great purification and elevation, a cosmic assistance, a divine intervention of sort that will really assist us in this transition. And so I'm going to discuss a few ideas. Thank you so very much. Not to forget to subscribe and for your support, as well as for your donations if you can. I'm very grateful for what you've done in the past for me, and if you can still, I really appreciate it. It's I wanted to talk about the fact that the Vatican and all the power controllers have always said that they're keeping all those secrets just to protect humanity from themselves, and they are withdrawing the truth. But the time has come for the disclosures and revelations. We must question their motives a little bit, because of course. They're withholding knowledge, they're withholding science, they're withholding technologies, and they continue to enjoy that when those things could actually free the world and but instead it's keeping humanity in pain and suffering and slavery while they enjoy and they continue to control the world. So I'm not blaming anybody, but it's the light is going to come into that, and the Vatican has always been the head of the dark forces on the spiritual level. The city of London has been controlling the finance, and Washington DC the political energies. So all of those will be completely cleansed and completely purified after the solar flash. There'll still be work to do, but it's the truth we're going to realize about all that is that it's hiding a lot of very, 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 very dark secrets, a lot darker than anything we can imagine. But there is no need for judgment. And so, because it's all about right now. Originally, all of that was benign, but then all the dark forces slowly infiltrated the cartels, the religious cartel, the banking cartels, the political cartels. But in the solar flash, there's going to be billions and billions of demons and astral entities that will be removed. And so all kinds of dark extraterrestrials will also be taking their lives, because they will not be able to survive this light. They will be too strong and powerful. So there's going to be a great deal of heavy energies that will be lifted up, and we don't need to fight any of the darkness. It's very not necessary. Just by being a light, being enlightened is good enough. Being just simple act of kindness, simple act of being something, doing something you like is really. Part of the mission is just to adapt to whatever little events, little things that is going on. And so, because even originally, the dark and light, it was a great game. Originally, the Illuminatis were a force of good, and they were here. They were opposing the dogmatic control of the Vatican. But then eventually, they got infiltrated by the Jesuit, and it became a central force within the pyramid of control. And even within those ranks, they are very intelligent and enlightened people. But it's still like all the masks are going to be falling down, and it's all part of the great game of creation. But the dark plan the dark groups went a little bit too far. Actually went way too far when the didn't. At some point, they were supposed in 2000 they were supposed to relinquish the power when the Anunnakis told them to. in the late 90s, but the archons came in around 96, and then they decided to rebel against the old masters and take the control themselves, and so that forced God to intervene and send many messengers and the galactics and masters and celestial beings to prevent the destructions of the world and to fulfill the prophecy of ascension and the golden age, which is the only timeline that is still open to for the planet. So for in the past, the knowledge and technologies from Atlantis were also had to be hidden because they were misused at the time of the fall, and Spirit didn't want to repeat the lesson, giving too powerful technologies in beings that are not mature enough to use it for good. So they're all waiting for them to pacify themselves, for it to be revealed. There are hidden technology all over the world that's been hidden on the earth. But so it's same thing with the psychic powers. Psychic powers are limited now to those who are capable of using it without having the power within rather than the power over. So but most of the technologies of Atlantis, the most powerful crystals, there was 9 crystals that were saved at the time of the fall of Atlantis, were reactivated between 2009 and 2012. So those crystals are available for those. If we raise our frequency and we learn to connect with them, we'll be able to start to utilize them more and more. And then there is Max, the crystal skull, the 13th paradigms that holds the knowledge of all 12 of them. That's been elevated in the ethers, but we can always will be able to utilize Max to get a lot of information and guidance. It's a very advanced positive artificial intelligence, as well as there is many ancient and old extraterrestrial technologies that were left on the planet that will soon activate, and it will be amazing to the masses to see all of that. Well, I'm just expressing a point of view, a vision, and something that I know. But the disclosures and the revelation are all orchestrated by the divine. So it's good to stay above the two powers, to stay above the dark and light. They all played a role in the drama of creation through the dark ages. And now we're moving out of these dark ages. So this solar flash will be a process of purification. But I didn't receive any information. As I think it will come after I have made my move. I'm really eager to make this move. But it may come also without warning. And will be assistance in removing billions of demons and astral entities. It's all orchestrated by the Archangel Michael and the Arcturians, these 3 days of darkness, as well as the goddess Aurora and many others, under the direction of Sananda, the Christ, Jesus, who's the master controller, the master organizer. It is the central way. He's the one who's the head. It is the planetary prince of the planet. So we're working with him in this, preparing the ground for all that. And at the time of the solar flash, the Godheads may manifest as well, just as much the universal Father, but Allah may manifest, Adonai may manifest, just as many masters, such as Krishna, Jesus, Buddha, many we don't know really, but it's going to be quite phenomenal to have to be able to feel the closeness and proximity of the ability to communicate directly with those people. For once we open our channel of communication, they do come in and the information comes in, but most people do not have those open communication channel open to the higher realm. So that will greatly assist the mass of humanity to get there. And for we are the weak link within our. Sometimes we're the most essential part of our soul in relationship to planetary ascension, but we are the weaker link in relationship to our divine I am. For it's like there is the perfection of the divinity of the I am, but there is the human capacity to adapt, to be able to follow the instruction of the heart and the higher self. And so we're going through sometimes going through a lot of inner storm, but after the inner storm and those solar events will definitely create a big inner storms. But then there will be clarity, and just continue to follow your intuition and work on dropping all the limitations. For as soon as the storm is over, we need to turn back to the higher frequency, continue an upward expansions, return to center and breathe. And the neutralization of the archons are being confirmed in many ways when we see the major leaders of big tech companies that are returning to the light. But sometimes we realize maybe it's because of survival. They've achieved a certain level standing, social standing and wealth, and so they realize that because of they've been liberated for certain pressure, energetic pressure. They realize that the only way they're gonna survive is that to go back to the light. So they're trying to. Maybe it's a sincere awakening, but maybe it's just a need to survive. But it doesn't matter. There's still important markers in the process. And for it's like we even if we our mortal consciousness is still the weakest part of our soul, it's still we're here to serve the creator, the planet and humanity, and we have the assistance of our higher self. My higher self told me that it's got everything planned, everything is ready. So I'm just eager because I feel like it's so I mean, I'm waking up in the middle of the night, being in red at the bank, and it's like, what am I doing here? It's like in this, I don't care about money. It's just this world needs just what we need, and so thank you so very much for your donations. If you can, by the way, if you want some painting, if you're interested about art, I know very soon I'm going to have clients all around the world. I'm going to present my art professionally, and there is one client that will change my life. I thank him so much for contacting me. I know for that's always been like that. In the first Renaissance, artists had one patron, one person that would support their work, and even in modern art, there is always one person that allowed the artist to become independent and continue to create. So I thank you so very much. And if you're interested about art, I have about 20 canvases here in hands and about few hundreds paintings on paper as well as drawings, and so and I feel like as soon as first I'm going to start my project, hopefully very soon to get it all organized. But Spirit is telling me that I'm going to need to get involved in the political process here in France, and in order to educate and assist the shift of humanity from third dimension to fifth dimension. But that means assuming the personal responsibility of our intentions, our thoughts, our words, our deeds. So it is a collaborative effort. This ascension is a collective effort, but we're going to need people that guide the process towards the self-empowerment. So I know I'm going to have to come into the stage. I am ready for that. Although that wasn't really my first choice, this political, I feel like Vini Vidi Vici in past life. All those political power is just like too much. I'd rather have a simple life. But God is asked me as a favor to do that, so I cannot refuse. So because everything is achieved on the higher plane, and we're just waiting to see how it will manifest in matter. So we have to trust in the plan of the Creator in all ways, unconditionally. For the plan of God is all inclusive. We just need to continue to have spiritual discipline regardless of the adversity. For each day that is passing, the separation between the 3D group and the 5D group are deepening. Those who are choosing to respond to the call of the heart, to return to the light, and those who refuse and continue to oppose it. So because it's all depending on all our choices are important. Every little choice, it's more. This is really where it lies. It's like balance and simplicity to be able to accept more responsibility in the exercise of power, to express administrative wisdom. And so because there is a paradox that the dream is always bigger than reality, but our destiny is always greater than our imagination. So what is coming is beyond what we've been expecting. So let us get ready for the unexpected. Well, my friends, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wanted to thank you for your presence and for your support. I did this series. It will be in a mirror effect, but it doesn't matter. It's a preparation for a series of 64 paintings. It could be 1 meter by 2 meter or 60 centimeter by 1 meter 20. I'm not really sure yet. It's about 64 paintings about the I Ching. So I'm really I've got to draw until I can actually get to work on the physical work, and there's going to be, of course, there's going to be a lot of. My work is not just about painting; it's also about about leading a project, organizing a vision. It's a vision that I have, and that I'm looking forward to be able to unfold it in the world, to manifest it. And the card of the day is just about that. It's about the thinker. It's about the logistic. It's about business plan. It's about having a plan. For me, I feel I'm going in circle because my plans, I already have them. It's like I refine them and refine them and refine them, and it's already so there is not all that much, but it's good to have a logistic, to have a plan, to be ready for that which we've been asking for, and to adapt as well, to be flexible in relationship to the circumstances that are presenting themselves. For me, there is certain variable that I can't really plan for because I don't know the variable. It's like I want to open a gallery, but until I see the space, I cannot see how I'm going to want to design the gallery inside. It's like we have to wait to have the space to get there. Or same thing with the personnel. I can't really until I can know who I'm going to work with. But like my soul said, is that everything is in place. So I trust in that. So the higher wisdom is co-creation. It's going to be a co-creation. It is a co-creation. We are co-creating with the invisible world, but we are co-creating together as well. For life is a co-creative process with the Creator and with each other, as well as with the celestial forces that surrounding the process. What we need to understand is the chaos and conflict. It's like there is really a storm that is going on. It's like all kinds of things needs to be removed, and so there is even if we've done most of the work, we still. There is still because of the energetic storms we're still in the middle of that. It's not so we just need to stay centered, stay positive, return to the light when you feel like there is energies. But if they're all blockages, they need to be released in order for us to be free. Visualize yourself already in the light, already in your light body, already as an ascended master, already in the full presence of God. What we need to do is flexibility, to remain flexible in relationship to anything that do not compromise your principle. Just do not compromise what is essential. And the outcome is for solid foundations. Our values and our values are really are creating really solid foundation. Foundation is really what we're creating inside, and those foundations, we're going to be able to build a house on top of it, a fifth dimensional house, the house of light and the home of love. That is really what we are doing. Well, my friends, I thank you very much. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.